Greetings, punks, goths, metalheads, herberts, herbetters, Martians and subterranean folk and cosmic groovers. How are you all doing? My name's John and welcome aboard. Well, today it's going to be an indoor video. We've got a weekend of heavy rain. It's a rainstorm. So I'm going to stay cozy inside today and do this video. So what I'm going to talk about today is being goth at 54 years old. And also it's been my birthday week this week, and I just went out last night, had a fantastic night out with all my sort of close bestie people. And we went for an Indian meal at a place called Lily's, and they do vegan and vegetarian food only. So that was perfect for me. So one thing I found as I get older, I'm now 54 years old, is I expect less and less for my birthday. And you know, I just like people to turn up and enjoy the company. But sometimes people surprise me with the kindness and generosity, and I'll just show you some of the gifts that I got. I was actually blown away. So first of all, my daughter got me this lovely t-shirt. I'll just show it you guys. I've not wore it yet, but Corpus Delicti t-shirt. My daughter knows me well and she knows what I like, and she also got me some lovely goodies from Lush. Now, she got me one of these things they have in Lush. I think there's some kind of fabric wraps, and she's framed it on a picture frame for me. Now she knows I love chameleons, and my daughter loves chameleons too, so it's a really nice gift, and I'll put that somewhere to bring a bit more colour to the room. And my daughter also got me this from Lush. Some of you might remember from the 90s, these like little squishy aliens you used to get. Now it's one of those, and they used to come in slime a lot of the time in the 90s, and I can remember getting my daughter, and when she was little, she's got me this one, and it's Alien Egg Farm shower gel. Some of you might remember these joke store items you used to get in the 80s when I was a kid, and this one is waiter, there's a fly in my soap, and basically it's a little soap. It's got patchouli in it, and it's got a little fly inside it, I believe, so bit of retro fun. And my daughter also got me this. It's a tree hugger shower gummy, and it's a frog. My daughter knows that I love frogs, so one of my friends made this lovely item up for me, and it's a decorative bottle, and it's a nocturnal net to embrace the darkness within, and it's decorated with a wolf on top, a little wolf pendant, and it's got the slash things on the side, and I think you shake it up, I think there's glitter in it. Yeah, it might not pick it up on this camera, but really thoughtful item. Now another friend of mine got me this item, and it's an item that somebody's upcycled, and it's got me to a T. Let me show you this. It's a little shelving unit that goes on your wall, because I'm always short of things like this. I need more shelf space. And it's got a gothic crow on the front, and it's like got a graveyard cemetery decor on the sides, and it's a really nice thoughtful item, and it, you know, it suits me perfectly. And it opens up, you've got a couple of shelves inside, which will be really handy for storing things. But what a nice item, what a thoughtful gift. And besides all that, it was just lovely to see people. Some people I've not seen for a while, and you know, I use my birthdays these days, I use it as a bit of a gathering, you know, for getting your favourite people together. So now I'm going to talk a bit about what it's like being goth at 54. And I've been alternative all my life. I was punk for many years, and as I got older that slowly evolved into goth, and it is goth that I am predominantly now. You get goths of many different ages. You get, you know, really young goths who've got into it, or people a bit older getting into it, and you've got goths that are much older. And I think with age I've got a bit older and a bit wiser. And I've heard other older goths say this, as things don't bother me as much. If people want to stare at me down the street, I couldn't give a monkeys anymore. Let them stare. The only caveat to that is, you know, if someone's a danger and they're in your personal space, you know, I'm always aware of that, and I'm always aware to defend myself if I need to. But that's very, very rare. Most of the time, people can think what they want. People want to look at you and stare at you, let them. Doesn't matter, does it? And I think from years ago, when I first got into alternative stuff, the difference then is you're going through those teenage years and you're very sensitive at that age, and very sensitive to what people say or think, and you know, things hurt a lot more when you're younger, which in a way I think it's younger people that get the most stick off people, which is quite cruel, that, you know, the most sensitive people get the brunt of it. But, you know, I still get the occasional thing at my age, but I just don't care anymore. Laugh it off most of the time. I think being a bit older, I'm still really into it. I love the music, I love listening to new bands, and I love listening to the older bands. I'd say I'm not as fanatical as I was when I was younger. When I was like late teens, in my 20s, I was fanatical. I wanted to go to every gig possible, and, you know, I had to be everywhere and do all the events. Now I'm a bit more chilled back. I wait till there's a really good band that I like, and I'll get a ticket and go and see them. And then, you know, because it's a band that I really like, I get quite excited and passionate about seeing them. Whereas when I was younger, I'd just see any band, you know, and you know, some I liked, some I didn't. I'm a bit more choosy now. I suppose you've got to be a little bit with the price of gigs these days. I think everyone's got to watch the money a little bit, because we're all going through this financial crisis, aren't we? Most places in the world. So you do get this talk about goths sometimes being gatekeepers and stuff, and I think the case for myself and a lot of other goths, older goths, is more than gatekeepers. Were people who welcome people into the gates, you know, and I'm happy to help and advise any younger people or older people who are getting into goth. You know, the more the better, the more people that come into it the better, because you need to keep the scene alive, and there is a lot of younger people into it now, and I think it's fantastic. And no one's perfect. I make mistakes, you know, young people make mistakes sometimes and get things wrong. Sometimes older goths get things wrong. It's just part of life. Nobody's perfect. We all make mistakes sometimes, you know. It's not worth getting uptight about it. So I think in a nutshell, being an older goth for me, it's been a bit more wiser and a bit more experienced and a bit more chilled out, not as fanatical. And I'm laughing because it's true, and I think a lot of you, this will resonate with you older goths, is when you're younger, you are into it quite fanatically. And as I've got older, you just chill out a bit more about it, and yeah. So before I forget, I'll just show you a few photos from my birthday meal out the other night. So as always, thank you to all my new subscribers who subscribed recently. Really means a lot. Cheers, guys. And for all my subscribers who've been subscribed for a while now, I really appreciate the support, and thanks for sticking with me. So I'm going to wrap this video up in a moment. So until my next video, don't forget, be different, stay weird, and stay free. Bye now.